Chef Smith with Heaven's Healthy Kitchen. I am the people's chef. I am your personal chef. I am the healthy chef. So, the HHK story, what it is it's just a documentary that talks about how HHK got started. HHK is Heaven's Healthy Kitchen, and we focus on healthy, plant based, vegan, uh, gourmet food. And so, our goal is to teach health, is to present health in uh, the foods that we cook. Um, the HHK story is a documentary that speaks on, how we got started, um, the things that we're doing now, the progress, what happened in the past, like let's say a few years ago compared to now. So it's just our story. And HHK is really just me, Chef Smith. Of course, I have my family that helps me out a whole lot. Uh, Sometimes with joy, sometimes with the you getting on our nerves. Because when you're doing something that you love to do, you take it very seriously. And who's going to love your baby more than you are? Um, so a few times I can be kind of hard and rough, but it's all in good love. Um, so today I'm going to talk about the beginning. I spoke about the weight loss journey, and I've spoken about that numerous times. I've done events. I've told the story of the weight loss, how HHK was started, but I'm gonna speak more on the diet part today. So it happened on a long summer's night. I was just a wee boy. No, but seriously, so it started with the White House. I lost the weight. Then I was like, so what do I eat? Um, how do I eat vegan? How do I start there? Like, how does Um, this was at the beginning of the weight loss journey. It was you know, how do I eat better? How do I change my lifestyle? So so I began to search what's vegan, what's I don't even think they were talking about plant-based back then, but this was all in 2012, 2013. So so I went to YouTube and searched on there. I was like, man, how do you cook vegan? Because I'm used to meat and vegetarian foods and stuff. So it's like, how do you cook without eggs and milk and butter and how do you? So you just don't eat no meat? So I searched and I stumbled upon this page. It was called, I believe it's Savvy on Foods. I can't think of the person's name right now. She tragically died a few a few a few years back. When I think of her name, I'll put it in the description. Um, but anyhow, I began to look at her videos, and she was making chicken and mac and cheese and desserts and man, all types of things, just from regular stuff. So I was like, man, this pretty cool. So I began to watch her a lot, and I learned so much, and I wish that she was still here so I could thank her, because that helped me get to where I am today. Just that spark, that start, of how to cook vegan. So that was the first step. Um, then I was like, never just ate a whole vegan meal. And so I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So I searched to see, okay, who's doing vegan here? There's this restaurant called Imagine Vegan. And man, a friend of mine told me about them. He was already vegan. So he was like, hey man, I'll take you out to eat and let you taste some good vegan food, and from there just tell me if you like it or whatever. So I go in there. I think at the time Imagine Vegan was on Cooper Street, I think. So I go in there, I tell them, hey, I've never just ate a complete vegan meal. Some things that I do like are mac and cheese and cheese. So he said, well, I would suggest as an appetizer, try the nachos. I said, cool. You can't fool me with cheese now. So don't come with no stuff that look like cheese but it tastes horrible. I told him this. Or I told my friend, I said, man, you can't fool me with cheese. I'm a cheesehead. Sharp cheddar, provolone, all of that stuff. Sharp cheddar was my favorite. So you can't just come with some little fake stuff and think that I'm gonna be convinced. So I ordered that, and I ordered like some beef tips. Well, at this particular restaurant, they are still there in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm not for sure where their address is, but I'll put all of that in the description. Um, but yeah, so what they do is they take like regular food, the names. So let's say a hamburger, let's say beef tips, let's say cheesy nachos. They take the regular names and then they create from that, but it's all vegan. So I was like, well, let me get the Big Smack, and that was my favorite burger from McDonald's. So let me get the Big Smack with some. No, I didn't get nachos. I got chili cheese French fries, and that's what I got. So I had the fries, the cheese on it, the beans, some black beans and brown beans, I think, and the Big Smack. So I'm like, all right. So I sit down and I'm like, all right, let me try this out. First bite, I was like, this kind of tastes like meat. This is good. The French fries, I'm like, all right, now I know all about cheese. So I dipped a little cheese in there, and I was like, man, this is amazing. This tastes very, very good. I thought to myself at that point, I said, I can do this. I can eat vegan. This is good. It tastes good. Plus, it's healthier. I'm not eating the meat and the cheese and the butter and all of that. Yeah, everything tastes so good. And so from that point, that sparked, man, just I can do this. That gave me the confidence to change my diet. Of course, I was looking at videos to see how to cook and everything, but But at that point, that's when I was convinced that, man, I can really change my diet. So I think the my friend had got some beef tips and something else. But in this video on the slide, I'm gonna show his meal. I don't know why I didn't take pictures of my meal that day, but this was probably either 2012 at the end or it was the beginning of 2013. So I'm also going to put my first vegan meal that I made. I made chicken, mac and cheese, and I had a salad. Of course, I always ate salad, so that's no big thing. But I thought I was just doing the most amazing thing. So I look back now and I'm like, the plate don't look all that pretty, the food don't look all that good. But at the time, I was just so excited that I had created a vegan meal. And I began to cook chicken all the time, mac and cheese all the time. So much so that my family got tired of it. So, but it's just good to look back on the beginnings of things because you see where you come from and you also see where you are now and the progress that has been made. And so this is the HHK story, the documentary. This is a piece of it. I also speak. I also speak about my speech, and I'm gonna speak briefly on that. Um, as a child, I stuttered very bad. Like I couldn't get words out. Today, I stammer. You know, different um, alphabets. I get stuck on. I stumble. But but yeah, and so that affected my confidence, my social skills, talking to people. But me being the type of person that I won't let anything stop me, you know, I would still like talk to people and stutter the and stutter through the whole conversation. Of course, I felt bad, but I'm like, I have to talk, you know. But I speak about that because that plays a major part in HHK because I have to talk to customers. I have to answer phone calls. I have to interact with people in a customer in a customer facing environment. So um, I have to speak. So I'm still working on my speech. I want to be able to have more fluent speech. So anyway, I speak about that also. So this is just an installment in this documentary. I'm going to put I'm going to put everything together. Probably in a few months. So hope that y'all have a good day. Um, Chef Smith here with Heaven's Healthy Kitchen. As always, eat to live and live what?